Hello and welcome to Soundabout's Goodnight Stories and Songs. My name is Bee and it's time for part 2 of our first story, The Gingerbread People's Party. Do you remember what had happened last time? Well, we had Jay and Mel living together and they liked to cook, eat and talk in their great big kitchen. And because it was nearly Mel's birthday, Jay had made some gingerbread biscuits. So, let's see what happens next. The next morning, Jay was up early, putting the finishing touches on the gingerbread people and the rest of Mel's birthday morning breakfast, when they noticed something. Instead of 12, there were only 11 gingerbread people on the tray. The one with the grumpy face was missing. Jay looked everywhere. On the floor, under the sink, and even in the bin. But the 12th gingerbread person was nowhere to be seen. It had simply vanished. Just then, Mel came down for breakfast. And Jay forgot about the missing gingerbread person and shouted, "Surprise! I've made your favourite breakfast and some treats. Wow, this is an amazing start to my birthday." "Thank you," said Mel. "But what are these? Have you made me biscuits for breakfast?" "I've made you biscuits as a treat," said Jay. "The happiest biscuits in the world, a proper gingerbread family." Guess what? They're the first guests to arrive for the party later. Just as Jay had said that, there was a crash in the hall, followed by a little scuffling and a little rattling. "What's that?" said Mel. "Is it another surprise?" "I hope it isn't mice," thought Jay. They was quite scared of mice. They went to look, but there was nothing in the hall. Only Mel's old skateboard, which had fallen over. That must be what caused the crash, they thought. They turned to go back to the kitchen, but just as Jay put a foot down, there was a crunch. Under Jay's foot was a crushed silver sweet from the gingerbread people. It was one of the things Jay had used to decorate. What a mystery! The mysterious missing gingerbread person and strange silver sweet in the hall weren't the most important things that day. Jay was determined to give Mel a really fun birthday. They played board games. Mel won most of them. Board games were their special thing. They were just about to start watching Mel's favourite film. Jay said, "I know. Let's try a few of the gingerbread people now. There's still enough food for the party later." So, 2 of the happy gingerbread people, those happy smiling biscuits that Jay had made, were brought through with big mugs of tea, and they were just about to start eating them. But before they could take a bite, there was some more rustling from the corner of the room. "Hang on, Jay," said Mel. "What is that noise? I don't want to start the film and find a mouse running over my socks." So they went to investigate, but before they could stand up, something moved in the corner and actually stepped out into the room. And who do you think it was? I'll give you slightly grumpy expression. It was decorated in beautiful, colourful sweets and silver decorations. That's right, it was the missing gingerbread person. Well, that is the end of part 2. We'll find out what happens when we come back on Friday for part 3. I hope you enjoyed that. Now it's time for our time to rest song. So it's time to listen to some music, maybe sing and hum a little bit, and then be ready to go to sleep.